Hello YouTube, Jeff Kelly here. The Getaway with Steve Mcqueen, 1972, was one of my all-time favorite movies. I always had a fascination with the shotgun that he used, and I've spent some time trying to figure out which one it was. IMDb has got it as a high standard K102, and another site has got it as the K1200. But here's the picture of it, and the thing that you have to notice about it is the forend, the stocks, they're walnut. This is the 1960s high standard shotgun. And if you notice the sight, the front sight is raised with a bead on it. And that's a very important feature, which I will get to later on. Here is a picture of the end of the shotgun. As you see, it doesn't have a swivel up here. It's just a screw that goes in, and you can see the walnut stocks. Here's another picture of Steve Mcqueen holding the shotgun, and you can see the butt is a flat butt with just a hard black butt plate. And then here's another picture of the raised sight in front. And then they have a picture here of the site on IMDb. And here's a picture of the one off of IMDb, which is truly the exact replica. It has the walnut stocks. It has the black hard butt plate. It's got the raised sight, and the receiver, if you can see the receiver, it is cut out of a, whoops, it's got it's formed, it has a notch up here and a notch down there, which is telling of the 1960s model of the high standard K1200 or the K102. So let's take a look at the actual shotguns. I'm going to start with the 1970s version of the shotgun. You can see that the stocks are not walnut, but they are birch, and the forend is also birch. The tube is a 7-shot tube. This is called a 718. It's got a 18-inch barrel and a 7-shot, well, 6-shot tube with one in the chamber. This one only has a bead sight on it, and this was made in the early 70s. Another thing which you might notice, it has the black butt plate on it, which is correct to the Steve Mcqueen shotgun. And then also it's got the screw here for a swivel, which Steve McQueen did not need. And then up here it has a screw at the end of the magazine tube, which is correct as well. He didn't have a swivel screw on his. They also had the deluxe model, which is this one here, which they used to shoot slugs with. The police used as a slug gun. They had the front sights. They also had birch grip forend, and they had rear sights. Here is the markings on it, and JS is a date code for when the gun was made. Also, you'll notice here that this gun has a serial number right here, as well as the other one has a serial number on the other side too. Here is the proof tested 12 gauge on this side of the barrel. And so anyway, these were later when they changed to birch after the 60s, and they went to the fixed sights. This also has a black butt plate. Now this one here is the 20-inch barrel, and it's the 620. It's a 5-shot tube with one in the chamber. But you can see the beautiful walnut stock. This one happens to have a brown butt plate on it. And you can see the receiver here has got these notches, as opposed to the newer model, which were just cut straight. They are obviously just trying to save a little money. You have the proof mark on the barrel and a 2 3/4 inch chamber. Beautiful walnut forend. You've got the proper end cap on the magazine, and then the barrel goes out to 20 inches. This has also got the proper sight on it. That is the sight that Steve McQueen had on his gun, as referenced in the picture. Now here is the 18-7 K1200. The only thing that is different from this gun than the gun Steve McQueen used is it has a recoil pad. You can see that swivel screw, and then it also has a swivel screw in front. But as you can see, the sight is proper. Has a walnut forend. This is designated as the 20 inch. This is a Riot 18-7, and as you can see on the receiver, there is no serial number, and you can see on the other one, on the 20 inch, there is no serial number as well. Back in the 60s, before 1968, you didn't need to have a serial number on shotguns. So anyway, beautiful walnut stock. Eventually hope to get a exact duplicate of the Steve McQueen gun, but this one is pretty close. But you'll see why I keep mentioning that sight in a moment. I looked on the internet, and they had an auction for the Steve McQueen gun that was used in the Getaway, and the description on the auction was as follows: 12 gauge high standard 18-7 model K120 pump action shotgun, serial number 3028450, 12 gauge 18 inch barrel, blue finish, oil finish walnut stocks, and groove slide, right side of buttstock with plaque inscribed, condition as new. I'll show you the picture of the auction gun right here, and you will see some things about it that do not hold true, namely that front sight is just a bead sight. Now, I'm not saying that somebody got screwed, but I don't know. That's kind of suspicious to me. Here are the auction results, and I guess this went off back in 2008, and the person paid $22,800 for it. So I don't know. That's what it says. The rest of the description is rather interesting. It says, in the summer of 1969, Charles Manson and his family committed the Tate LaBianca murders that rocked Los Angeles and the world, creating a fear amongst local Los Angelinos that changed the atmosphere in the city. Later, it was announced that Steve Mcqueen was on Manson's kill list. Not taking any chances, I purchased the shotgun for the Solar Productions office in Studio City, as we were not located at a studio and had no security. This is his agent, by the way. It was 1970, and Steve was in France with the rest of the Solar staff shooting Le Mans. I was alone in the office. I met with the district attorney's staff and attended Manson's trial, so was able to see Manson and his family close up. The look in Manson's eyes was terrifying. When Steve returned from France, he spotted the high-standard shotgun in my office. He commented that it was perfect for the character he was portraying in the Getaway, which was to be produced by Solar. Steve borrowed the shotgun, and when filming was over, returned it to me in Los Angeles. I have never used the gun. The powder in the gun is still from the Getaway filming. Bill Maher, Corporate Vice President, Solar Productions, and financial advisor to Steve Mcqueen from 1969 to his death. It says the shotgun for sale holds special significance because it illustrates McQueen's ability to improvise from the written page. Peckinpah said the scene in which McQueen catches two police officers off guard and blasts their patrol car into bits was not in the script. That shot was entirely Steve's idea, and I thought it was sensational. Steve was extraordinary with props. He made them like he had known them all his life. On the screen, he really made you believe in the character, said Peckinpah. So that's the story of the Steve McQueen shotgun. And a couple other things just on high standard shotguns in general. Here's the 1968 high standard shotgun catalog. I found this particularly interesting on how they made the receivers back in '68, and they took a solid block of steel and they just milled it out, which was very interesting. Also have this book on the world's fighting shotguns by Swearingen, and it's got a beautiful article in here on the high standard shotguns. It starts right here. I guess you can stop YouTube if you want to read it. And then it's got wonderful pictures of how the shotgun evolved. And Then on the next page, it has the pictures of the 18-inch barrel with a long tube, and how the Air Force wanted to adopt the shotgun, and how the names changed on it from the 8111 to the K1200. So if you want this article, I'm going to scan it and I'll be able to email it to you if you just want to leave your email address. So that's what I've discovered on the Steve Mcqueen High Standard K1200 1960s walnut, no serial number shotgun. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe, and if you like it, click the button. I'll see you on the next one.